See how this goes. Am I even live? There we go. Looks like it. Okay, so first thing I want to do is I want to test out some race. I want to bust out the M50. Oh crap, I have 10 million rec? Heck yeah, dude. Bring them all out. Okay, so let's try out something like Lorville. Something like the Razor. Hey, how you doing, dude? Good to see you again. Sick at home? Shit. Hope you get better soon, my guy. I hope it's not something like COVID or something like that. Because I've heard it's been coming back. Hide the session ID real quick. Graphics, right? It's all the same. Yeah, fair enough, I guess. COVID, flu, it all makes you feel like shit. That's 100% true. I really do hope you get better soon. Let's see. Heard the Razor got improved. Whoa, that's a lot of gravity. Everything feels so much slower. Remarkably slow that I think I don't even need to pull up here. Pitch. Some kind of. Okay. Not too bad, but exhausted sinus is killing me. Ah. Damn, if you were like 10 minutes ago, I had someone raid you with 60 plus. Appreciate that though, but that's alright. Wasn't meant to be for this night. To be honest, I'm super late. I'm normally on about 45 minutes ago. But some things came up, the power got cut, we had dinner late because we couldn't cook, stuff like that, so that's fine. Appreciate the thought, though. Curious, what does a fast lap in a Razor look like? This is insanely slow speeds. Oh crap. Oh wait, it didn't even hit the start checkpoint? Okay. Cool, I guess. Hey, don't even need to manage the thrust there. Damn. Fucking send it. Interesting. Kind of movements you want to see. Boost is taking so long to recharge. Interesting. Well, the Razor definitely flies better than 323. Well, it flies better than what it is on live, but fuck, it's so slow. $113? Damn, that's slow. Okay, so what is the M50 doing? Let's see. Lorville outskirts. Let's bring out the M50. I'm not gonna strip it just yet. Just want to see how different it is to live. You joined the last racing school, right, dude? I'm trying to remember your tag on the Discord. I'm sorry. Bag Factory, was it? Bag Factory, yeah, that's the one. Oh wow, okay, holy crap, a lot of bouncing. Let's do a casual lap just to get the feel for the ship. Oh yeah, which is definitely way more. Yeah, the bouncing roll is definitely stronger than it's on live. How are you feeling once you started the racing school and got a feel for what you need to look out for? This I'm very curious about. Oh my god, the difference to live is insane. Sorry, I was not paying attention. Gave me a lot to think about in cornering, which is good. Yeah. That's like the biggest part of racing, is the way you take the corners. I think the two biggest things is the cornering, and on the straights you want, just want TPI to be dead on crosshair. I don't know why gravity's playing a massive part here. Okay, let's try and go for a fast lap and see what's up. TPI just drops like crazy. Just do that real quick. Go to this far building here. Let's go for it. I wonder if we're gonna have to start flying with gravity compensation on. I'm not trying to be a pro, but my handling has definitely gotten better, which is my goal. Hell yeah, dude. Yeah, it's crazy how much, you know, practicing racing actually just helps you become a better pilot in general. Because, like, even if you don't want to be like a pro racer, just practicing the fundamentals of racing is... Oop! Did I get it? I got it. That nose, man. It's flying all over the place. Yeah, so practicing racing just improves your overall pilot. Ooh, that's smooth as hell. Although, yeah, it's super. It's like 10 seconds a lap slower than it is on live. Holy crap! Oh yeah. Now I can low fly race my mole when mining. People think I'm crazy, but it's hilariously fun. I bet, dude. That's like 10 seconds a lap slower. Ignore the actual time. I'm timing based on the time I hit certain checkpoints. So let me strip the M50 and see if that does any difference. Alright, so don't need this one. Wait. Why is not giving me the one that I'm using? Ah, well. I guess the component stripping is bugged. Okay, never mind. I guess I can't strip it. Never mind then. Okay. Let's bring out the Razor LX, right? The Razor LX is supposed to be the faster Razor variant. Wow, does the YouTube stream have that much of a delay? No, okay. Because today I'm also streaming to Twitch and YouTube for the first time. I want to see if it actually affects my bandwidth or stuff like that. Just testing. Maps on the Razor are so weak. You have to counter thrust with all directions. You have boost to make this turn. Well, doesn't pitch as sharply as the M50. Still makes the turn. Rolls smoother. Yeah, you need to add yaw and I think it's slightly slower than the M50. Racing is definitely gonna slow down. Unless they're gonna retune these things. Or unless they're gonna nerf everything just so the new Saber variant will be the OP one and everybody would want to get it. To be honest, the slightly reduced speed does allow you to correct mistakes a bit better. But I also think this is like lowered skill ceiling on it. Ish. It's good that the Razor is easily controlled again. The Razor in current 323 is just so drifty. You need so much throttle control to be able to turn with that thing. This feels way smoother. Still doesn't feel as good as the old 322 version of the Razor. That was, in my opinion, like the perfect racing ship. Looks so beautifully. This flies nice, but how does it drift? Let's see, how does it drift? Oh wow, that does it so well. What the hell? Damn, this ship can drift. Don't think this is faster than pitching, but cool to do. See? I think. Ooh. Having said that, though, then let's check out Snake Pit. Oh god, not Snake Pit. I just want to see. Oh god, one sec. Reflight, classic race, Snake Pit. I just want to try out Snake Pit in the Razor, just to see how well it can drift there. Because the thing about Snake Pit that is so terrifying is it's deceptively. Snake Pit put me in therapy. Same. I think Yadar Valley originally put me in therapy. Okay, so if I do this. Yeah, it's still... I mean, it's alright. Then again, I'm not the best at Snake Pit. I have to throw myself at this wall a million times before I can get it. Oh my god, whoa, okay. Yeah, the Razor can yaw so much better now. What the hell? Except for that, that was all my fault. What if I like just send it here like this? Kinda do that. About here. 45-degree drift. Hell yeah. What about if you pitch? Will it carry the speed? Oh my god, hell yes. Okay. Yeah, the Razor is gonna be much better ship to fly. No. Okay. I wanna find the angle for that. I think that this is one of the biggest turns that fucks me up in Snake Pit is getting turn 1 right, because you can do so much speed, and then this one. Because this turn is so sharp, you have to carry the speed. AFK calling my therapist already. The flashbacks are real. Yep. Sorry, I was looking at chat. Okay. I pitch up. Yes, okay, yeah. But it's definitely way more controllable. See, Razor in current live will not be able to withstand pitch. Even this, like, I'm drifting it with relative control. Yeah. I mean, in general, the times are gonna be way slower than what they are in current live, but definitely doable. You roll it, and then roll this way. Go. And just fucking send it. Here we go. It's gonna be too high. Yep. Okay. I mean, for speed, definitely pitch. For safety, I think for safety, like, yawing is definitely gonna be better. Except for here. You can't do, like, a quick drift like that. Here, I do think this is, like, the safest way to take it. If you're in a race, probably time trial runs pitching was better. But here, it's pitch all the way, so you can just get a clean run into turn 1. And here, you can do, like, a mix of both. Start off with a pitch and with a drift. Straighten up. Go for it. Same here. Yeah, the Razor feels so much better now. slow on the recovery there, but it's so much better. Like you can make a mistake and fix it. Currently in live, you will not be allowed to make mistakes. I think overall for the health of racing, this is gonna be better. But yeah, it's sad that the times got slower because it kind of feels really, really awesome to set like a super blazingly fast time. For instance, let's go check out Icebreaker now. Sorry, I'm swapping tracks all the time, but I haven't really had a lot of time to jump into the PTU, and I figured all the races in the all the races that were scheduled are done, and the next race is probably going to be by the time 324 comes out. So I figured might as well just start practicing on the PTU. Crashes suck, but the high speed feel makes racing fun. Yeah, but I think, because you said it's true, if they slow down racing, it won't be as fun. So what I think is where it's gonna be, you're gonna feel it is in the time trials, right? Because in time trials, it's just you and the timer. Whereas with racing, you can slow down your lap times and still have a good race, right? So for example, if in Icebreaker, you can do a 49-second lap, or let's just be more realistic, if in Icebreaker you do like a 1-minute lap, okay? Let's just say that's your fastest time in time trials. But then when you go into a race, you're probably going to be doing like 105s, 106s, right? You're never gonna be at the top, or not. Let's not say never. Let's say rarely. You will rarely be at your peak time trial time, because naturally the race will slow you down. You have other racers that you have to keep in mind. You have overtakes and stuff like that. You have different boost strategies because, you know, doing a time trial run, you're using your boost tank for 1 lap, whereas then you obviously have to cater for more laps in a race. So I think you're definitely gonna feel the slower speeds in the time trial, and it might suck, but it is what it is. But I think for racing, I think it might actually make racing a bit better, because one of the problems that 323 brought is that the flight model is in a state where you really have to sweat to make fast times. So you have these people who have a lot of time on their hands, they can get good practice, they understand the flight model, they throw themselves on a track and learn it. And then you have people who are either casual, or sometimes people just don't practice at all and show up on a race day and say, I'm gonna see how this goes. Then you have so many more DNFs in 323 than we've had in previous patches. At least that's what I've noticed. And I'll be honest, myself included. In 322, I've had races where I crashed at the beginning, but when I put the time into it, I was doing well in races. Yes, I DNF'd here and there, but then again, you know, that's racing. Sometimes you make a mistake and loses your race. But I think with this flight model, if I were to grab a few people and jump in a race, I still think the racing will be fun. It's just the lap times will be slower. The thrill of the speed might not be there. So this is the ultimate test of Icebreaker will be the ultimate test of whether or not the speed difference is gonna matter. Because Icebreaker is an insanely... well, not an insanely fast track, but it's one of the tracks where speed control is... like, you really need to maximize your TVI alignment and your boost management to make a really fast time. And Icebreaker is one of those tracks where it's easy to learn, but really hard to master. So I want to see what times I can pull off here. So my fastest time on here is a 49.8. But my average time is around, let's say, between 50 and 52 seconds, depending on the mistakes. So I'm not expecting to do a 49-second lap because the M50 does feel slower. But I want to see if we can at least keep it sub-minute. But I already feel the TVI is bouncing all over the place. Oh my god, why is it going so far? The effect of gravity is increased so much. Oh, rolls. Yeah, look at that. Yeah, I'm about 9 seconds slower than what I would normally be here. Also, my boost tank is where it should be when I'm around here, so yeah. Definitely slower acceleration. What is happening with these rolls? Couldn't keep it sub-minute. 105, that's insane, dude. It's also kind of similar to Lorville, because I felt the Lorville lap I did with the M50 was pretty good. Aside from obviously the crash before the finish line, but that was about 9 to 10 seconds slower than my fastest time. So this was, you know, considering my mistakes, let's say about 10 to 12 seconds slower than my optimal lap. No, actually, I want to try with gravity compensation on. I want to see if that matters, because it keeps the TVI closer all the time. I want to see what gravity compensation might potentially do here. So it won't knock the TVI down. I think that's going to play a huge part. But I won't like it if we have to race with gravity compensation. Ah, man, the nose. Say similar lap times. Slightly faster because I wasn't using boost when it came up. What are we thinking? What are the chances there's somebody on right now for an online race, right? I'm gonna say 0. I was gonna say I also need to try one of these ones because it's gonna be, yeah, no, I'm not even gonna bother trying, honestly. You know what I need to do? I need to get my ass over to Miner's Lament, but I'm on Lorville, so let's jump into the PU for a bit and just chill while we make our way to Crusader. $59.5. And is the $59.5 something that's kept improving over the times since you've started practicing for racing? Because I've seen a lot of people, you know, come in and they say, you know, this is my favorite racing ship and this is my current time on Icebreaker. Icebreaker is it's a very popular ship to start off with. I always recommend it, honestly. And it's so awesome seeing people come in to the Discord and every now and then saying, you know, I've improved my time by another 5 seconds. I shaved off another 2 seconds. And just every couple of laps, it just gets better and better. It's so nice to see. Need more racers in Star Citizen, man. We need it. Am I here? Oh, the doors didn't open. To chat for a second.
Welcome to Metro Center. Transfers to the perimeter spaceport.
Will we make it? We made it. Ooh, just in time too.
Next stop, Tisa Spaceport. Now arriving, Tisa Spaceport. Please watch your
Reverse
step
Harbor
as
looks
you
so
embark
close
in
from
the
here.
train. Train track is a serious and dangerous offense.
Keep it going, people.
Person Dynamics is committed to the safety and prosperity.
Okay. So there's these.
Welcome to the
Hangar.
ASOP Vehicle Retrieval System.
This is not the one I own, right? Just go with the
Vehicle
Razor.
selected. Stand by. Your vehicle has been delivered to the following place.
Still have the helmet, right? Yeah. Let's go. Hello, lovely. Man, I want them to get rid of the guns on the Razor. Leave the EX to be the fighter. Do I have clearance to leave?
You're clear to launch.
Do now. Gorgeous. Almost there. Okay. Grim Hex we go. we wait. Look at this beautiful thing in full sunlight. Hell yeah. Sweet. Paint looks good. Yeah, this is the Foundation Festival skin. I got it for being a part of a guided session regarding racing because I signed up myself as a mentor. Actually, that's where we met. Holy crap. You know about this. You should have one too in that case. Completely forgot about that. Yeah, I got about 8 sessions that week. So I'm just a few more away from, I think, from reaching rank 2 of my racing tutor rank. I want to actually see real quick. So Star Citizen title. So I believe, let's see. Right, so yeah, so I'm currently racing Escort. Most people weren't really teaching in that event. Not real shit though. I learned more from our session versus all the other sessions combined. I really appreciate that, man. I mean, I did not sign up just for the skins. That was a really nice boost. I genuinely am trying to really push racing out there and be as helpful as I can to people who are actually interested, because I feel like XGR as a community is really, really good at teaching people racing and coming together for racing events and stuff like that. But I feel like outside of the racing classes and the racing exhibitions, there's not a lot of stuff about it. So I'm trying my best to be that something, you know. I have a couple of videos in the works which I really, really, really need to finish this week. And I'm gonna start pushing out a series of videos to help new people racing. Man, at some point or another, I just want, you know, so there has phenomenal potential for streaming content as well. Yeah, and that's why I'm doing this, honestly, because I'm really trying to focus on getting my videos out. So far, I only have 2 out, but the 3rd video that I was working on, I was gonna make kind of like a 10-minute video about going through all the points that I want to mention, but I was told that it's better to make them into small form videos. So I'm probably going to end up making sort of 1 10-minute video, 5 2-minute videos, just because it's a lot easier for someone to just watch a 2-minute video, you know, to come and go. Plus, I want to try and get as much information as I can in those 2 minutes. So I'm trying to find the balance. Plus, it's easier for me to, you know, record and edit and script a 2-minute video, because then if I get delayed, I'm not delaying a whole video. I got one out, but the other one got delayed. So I'm probably gonna go that route. But yeah, and then the streams, at the moment, it's gonna be Mondays and Thursdays, and I'm just gonna use them to either use it for my own practice for races that are coming up, record for an upcoming video, or just, you know, hanging out with the community for anyone kind enough to take some of their time to come say hi, like you have tonight. Thank you. But yeah, with the guided things, this is kind of what I want to go for, right? So now they added the racing for these guided sessions. So I am a few away from getting instructor, and then you can go all the way to master, and you know, getting 150 guided sessions on racing. That'll be the day, yeah. Right, man. One of the dreams I have for racing in Star Citizen is just to be able to log in and just, you know how like in the contracts page, you have the racing, and you have, now they added open track, by the way. So they mentioned this in an ISC or in a Star Citizen Live. So you still have the time trial missions where you can get paid bonuses, but now they also added open tracks where you basically go and it's like AC. You get the gates, and it just tracks your lap on the PU. However, unfortunately, they at the moment, I'm not sure if it's a bug or not, but at the moment is you take, for example, the Kaplan Circuit track, you run it once, and then the mission ends and you have to accept it again. I think the intention for this was to take it, and then you can just run laps over and over and over again, and it just keep tracking your laps. Then you just discard it whenever you feel like it. I think this was the intention for this kind of track, for these kind of missions. But what I want, aside from these, is I want random events to spawn. So, for example, to say, you know, Skyscraper Grand Prix or Skyscraper racing event, call it whatever. It'll be on for a certain number of minutes or whatever. Then people would join in. They would meet up on the track. You would have a race, 3 laps, 4 laps, 5 laps, whatever kind of lap count you want. And then you get a payout based on your finish, really. Player initiated competitions. I mean, it can be player initiated or it could be a random event. I would love there to be a player initiated competition, but I think if there wasn't a reward provided by the game, or in general, if there wasn't a reward provided, it won't be as big of an incentive, right? So, for example, if I'm on Grimhex and Lorville Outskirts spawned, but it says like get a 3 million or 2 million AUBC rewards for coming first, then hell yeah, I'm going. Obviously, you'd have like P1, P2, P3. At least get a podium. A podium position will give you a reward. So that might incentivize people to say, okay, I can get 1 million just for doing a quick race. Hell yeah, I'm gonna practice racing. So when it spawns, I'm going for that crap, you know? And then over time, racing would become a secondary way to make money. But then you, at the same time, you have dedicated racers who are always gonna be at the top of their game. So if these people who want to use it for money want to do racing, they gotta practice. I'm rambling on, but in my head, there's so many different ways that you can incentivize players to get into racing. The dream, man, the dream. And I want it all to be in the PU, man. The Arena Commander is awesome, but I want things to be organic in the PU. I'm a simple person, I just wanted to finish Squadron 42. Fair enough. That's definitely going to be a huge help for the game if they do. They can finally, you know, focus their efforts on other things. I have to say, to be honest, I think stability... I'm gonna jinx myself, aren't I? But I think stability-wise, Pepper's feeling good. Hey, Crash! PU leaderboards with weekly rewards, that's the dream? Yep, that is exactly what I want to see. Gran Turismo does something really fucking cool like that. They basically have the weekly online time trials. So they have the what are called as the daily races, right? But they reset every Monday, so they're daily races for nothing. But they would happen at set intervals, right? So there would be a race every 20 minutes. So you apply for the race, you can do a qualifier. So basically you would just run laps over and over and over again while the timer is ticking down. And then by the end of those 20 minutes, whichever your fastest lap would be your qualifying time. And then it's basically matched up against, oh my. It's matched up against the other people's time, and that declares and that determines your starting position. So that's one, and there would be three. There would be a simple track, let's call it an intermediate track, but there's gonna be a bigger lap count and more car restrictions. And then there's the like super hardcore track where it's a lot of laps and maybe your fuel burns faster and stuff like that.
Welcome to the
So
ASOP vehicle retrieval system.
that's one of the things that they do. And then the second thing is the weekly time trial. So there will be a track and car combination, and you have the whole week to try and set the fastest time. And then the top 1% get the gold medal prize. The top 5% get the silver medal prize, and the top 10% or something like that. The top percentage would get a first place, second place, or third place prize.
Visit us again.
And it's obviously in-game credits, so.
Welcome.
I think that would be really awesome to have something like that in the game. I love that. There just needs to be a reason to go faster than Platinum, a reason to use a racing ship. Yeah, I want it to be real money, specifically euros. That would be the dream for
Your
sure.
insurance claim has been sent. Thank you. Your insurance claim has been sent.
Yeah, if we were to get real money for for racing, I think everybody would become a racing. Everybody would become a racer, which I am not complaining about.
Your insurance claim has been sent. Your insurance claim.
Want to call up the
Thank you.
Fury. Can see the news now. What is this? Why is there an hour marker now? A1 abandons PvP, become full-time racer. Right. No reason to bring this one. I'm gonna call up the Fury just to
Vehicle
park it
will
on the
vehicle.
side.
Please visit us again. Goodbye.
I forgot something. I'm gonna leave that there. But I need to go set my spawn here, because if something happens, I do not want to come back from Lorville. Wait for me. Never seen Space Station Racing? What do you mean you've never seen Space Station Racing? It's so awesome. There's a track called Tressler Twist that that was actually the very first race I've ever done on Star Citizen. It's really awesome. It's a track made by Steve CC, but it's not on foot like this. Oh, okay, I see what you mean.
Please check.
We do it? Yeah, we did it. We should try and make an obstacle course. Can you climb on SCU boxes? Dude, I just had a really messed up idea for a weird race you could do. Do like a medbed relay race. Just have somebody lie down on the medbed and then somebody carries him from one side to the other of an extra large hangar. Then you have to swap. So you have to get out of the medbed and the other guy has to climb on, then you climb in and you come back. So I'm gonna keep gravity compensation on and I want to see where I can park it. Oh wait, it doesn't really matter where I park it, right? Because it's not persistent. So I'm completely wasting my time by doing this. Yeah. I'm sorry for wasting time. I was gonna say if I need the Fury, I can come for it later, but yeah, I'm not gonna be using the Fury just yet.
Welcome to the
Okay, what I do want to do
ecological
is I want to
system.
go practice a bit for... Not practice, I want to test out the Razor EX.
Your vehicle has been
Oh
delivered.
crap.
Please visit
Oh man, I can't. So let's see what's gonna happen now. So I'm calling down the Fury. That's closed. Fury's gone. And am I calling up the Razor? We're calling up the Razor. Okay, okay. At least you can queue them up. Hey, and so far the game's working. This is actually looking really good. Although this is a gigantic, you know. A gigantic waste of time. It's there for flair, but... We're good? We're good. Okay.
You are clear to launch.
Okay, that's good. Turn that off. That. Check something real quick. Okay, so let's head to Sinful Chain. See what that's gonna be like. Any one of you gonna be taking part at Scarlet Apex? No? Alright. School just started, I'm out for a while. Ah, fair enough, dude. School already started for you? Damn, school starts early there. Work full-time, school part-time. Aha. Yeah, that's tough. Okay, so 280 is the SCM speed, so this is very similar to the M50. So let's see what we can do. Where's the thing? What? Did I go on the wrong one? What kind of mess up did I do here? Is that the start finish gate? Can't see. What are you studying, if I may ask? Dude, I need to find a better position for this mic. It's really bothering me tonight. Electrical engineering. Oh, nice, dude. I studied electronics myself. But I don't work as an electronics engineer, though. Oh, there's this. So let's see what we can do. I build elevators and escalators for a living. Oh man, that's really cool. That is... It'll help. How does 324 racing feel? I heard the Razor is actually good now. Initial thoughts. So today's the first day I'm actually giving it a try, right? So I think the Razor definitely 100% in a better spot. Still not as good as what it was like in 322. I feel like it's gonna be tough to bring back the Razor to what it was like in 322. But it's definitely in a better spot than it is in 323. I could go around the track with little to no issues. In 323, it drifts way too hard. So it's still flyable, but you really need to control the throttle and at the same time really send it to generate the lift. So in 324, everything is slower. So I think that's helped it. But when I was doing the lap runs, I was lapping around 10, let's say between 10 and 15 seconds slower than what I'm doing in 323. So everything is definitely slowed down drastically. So I think time trials are gonna be... There's gonna be way more people who are gonna be able to finish the lap. Because at the moment it's a crash fest for most new players. Hell, it's even a crash fest for me half the time. But the speed, the feel of the speed isn't as pronounced as it is in 323. I feel like in the current live patch, you really feel the speed. You know, it's as soon as you push the throttle, especially in the M50, you're just zooming. It doesn't feel that way. The Razor is definitely in a better position, but the Mavs are still really weak. So like if I try to turn, the TVI, it's coming really, really slowly, right? I have to use boost like to bring it forward, and even when you do boost, you know, it like kind of jitters forward and then it still slows down a bit. With the M50, it's definitely more reactive. But with the Razor, you have to use the mains. It can yaw better in Atmo. Hey, dude, how you doing? Nice evening. 07 to you, good sir. I need to get an 07 emote going. I mean, I like Sir Daniel Fortescue, but I need to actually get my own 07 emote. So I want to see, what am I doing wrong here? So for this, you have to go under here and pull up, right? Where you have to go normally, right? Awesome, thank you. I've been meaning to try it, but thinking it'll be live soon. Yeah, to be honest, that's exactly why I've chosen to come to... Oh, there it is, lol. That's why I've chosen to come to the PTU, because I was constantly in live because I was practicing for Nino Cup, but now that Nino Cup is done and there doesn't seem to be anything else happening before Scarlet Apex, I figured then 324 is probably gonna be out by the time Scarlet Apex, so worth just getting a feel for how everything handles in 324 and just work from there. Yeah, but look at this, man. It takes so long for the TVI to actually move. How's the Razor in 324? Awesome. Slow, but flies very, very nicely. Ugh, damn it. Yeah, the TVI is still very slow because the mavs are quite weak. So... trying to see if it's still gonna be worth getting the M50 over it, though. Also, something interesting that I don't think is going to be, it's not going to be the case going forward because they put way too much emphasis into it. But the item banks no longer have an inventory. The item banks, wait, where are the item banks in here? Are there none in Grim Hex? That can't be right. Oh, there it is. So the item banks now, when you interact with them, where's my mouse? When you interact with the item banks, it just brings in a local inventory. It's no longer a, it's no longer the whole menu where you have to shift things around. I'm sure that's just temporary. But if I'm being honest, I think I prefer it like that. Because you still get the whole go to an item bank to get your gear thing, but at the same time, it's so much easier to find your stuff in that menu than it is in with the way they designed it. Because the way they designed it is you have to put them into a drawer, then you pull out the drawer, and then you equip stuff. But if you want to put things into local inventory, you have to call the drawer, put stuff into the drawer, and then call it up again. That's with that system, you just get the local inventory and move shit around. I prefer it like that. I don't honestly care much about, you know, the whole realism element of an inventory system. I'm okay with having to go to the item to access the inventory. It's kind of similar to how most games you have to go to the, you know, the bank or find the stash, open it to access your inventory. That's perfectly fine. But all the gimmicks is just too much. So let's bring out the M50 and see if
Vehicle selected.
it's gonna be easier to.
Your vehicle, please visit.
I think by the time we're there, it's gonna be up. I think it's just quicker to just call us from the ASOP terminal.
You are clear to launch.
Way granted. See how fast the TVI comes around with this? Oh, but then again, I'm in half mode. Half mode is cheating. Minor summon, let's go. Let's go. I need the skin for the M50. Well, we need the skin for the M50. It needs some love. Alright. Get a timer going and we'll see what we can do. my god. Holy crap, dude, come on. Oof. Honestly, just a few seconds slower. Come on, come on. Ah, I missed out. Still be fine. I think I'm clear of any asteroids. Just there. That should be fine. Now we just wait and chill in the nav section. Looking good. Okay, and swap. Wild to trigger, but what's that? Oh, button. Let's go, go, go. $14.50. Is that actually faster? Is live also $14.50? I thought it was $1400. $14.52? Oh, okay. There. It's definitely slower than live, but not by that much, to be honest. Yeah, the boost timing to get to that section is going to be very important, I think. But it also depends on how much fire you're gonna take in that area, because I think that's making it look easy. I'm so bad at 0G. Keep in mind, this track is in SCM mode. In SCM, it's a lot easier to control yourself in 0G. I am horrible at 0G in nav mode, though. With SCM, it's a lot more controllable because it's about when you use the boost, right? Because if you hit the SCM cap, then the ship, it's near impossible to lose control because it's so snappy. But when you hit the boost, you can really swing yourself in the turns. However, the issue with it, right, is so like here I'm in nav mode, I'm swapping down to SCM, immediately slows me down. Right, but the issue with it is like you see how the TVI is so far away. If I were to do like a sudden move like this, it's actually gonna cut my speed. So not only do you have to use your boost wisely, you also have to be careful you don't over pitch or over yaw, just so you can still apply thrust. Because the way the SCM speeds work is that it lets you go full thrust forward, but it doesn't let you put as much thrust to the sides or backwards. So you really just have to use your mains. But at the same time, you kind of have to fly it like a plane, right? So before 0G is, if I want to go left, I do this and then push forward, right? And the TVI would slowly come back to me. Whereas now you have to like pitch and roll into the turn. That you see, like kind of take it like a plane. Then here I have to like do this kind of pitch. That's how I get the TVI to react. And then here I just hold boost, so I maintain the boost at top speed, but I don't apply as much thrust. But see, like that, I whipped my TVI too far out and I lost thrust. You want to avoid that from happening. But I didn't. I started turning too late and I lost the TVI there. So if I do this, right from here I still have thrust, but like this I lost thrust. You see? And now it comes back. It's so weird. The bubble just doesn't make sense. Now I have little thrust because I'm not holding boost, so my speed limit is reduced, so the ship will refuse to move. So weird. Like flying SCM, like racing an SCM has its own kind of skill set because it's more about understanding where the thrust limits are. I haven't spent any time on this track, to be honest. Well, this track was made... Whoops. This track was made for the upcoming Scarlet Apex track, but it essentially uses Miner's Lament. So it uses the first 7 checkpoints at Miner's Lament, but then after checkpoint 7, instead of going straight through to the next checkpoint, you essentially do a 180 and go through the ring, and then cut straight to the nearest asteroid cluster that has these cables, all these red lights, right? These are all cables. So you basically, after the 7th checkpoint, you do a 180 and go through the ring, then beeline to this in nav mode. But in nav mode, you know, it's essentially just aim to the location. I know which 3 red dots to aim for, and then just leave it at max speed. And then as soon as you get close to this cable, you drop down to SCM, and you basically just stay as tight as possible around it. You go up to this flat cable here, try not to black out. As soon as you cross it, it's back to nav mode we go. And it's a boost back to the start finish in Miner's Lament. It's a very simple track, very, very fun track, to be honest. I hate Miner's Lament, but this actually feels good. And Steve CC and along with some other folks in XGR actually made a short track variant of Miner's Lament, which they called Miner's Paradise, which basically also uses the same 7 checkpoints, but after the 7th checkpoint, you just pitch all the way up back to the start finish. Basically, people found a way to make Miner's Lament fun, because this track is horrible. I think people realize that the first 7 checkpoints of Miner's Lament are good, the rest not so much. So here is basically the same, you just keep beelining to this section, but the rule is you have to be in SCM mode before you cross this green light barrier. So you just basically just wait till the last second to cross to SCM, then go for it. And then that start finish and the lap begins again. Go around this green thing. overshot, but that's okay. See, like this, I have to go wide just to keep my TVI under control, but then I went too wide. So I need to start the turn way earlier just so I can keep control of that TVI and make sure that I'm within the thrust range the ship allows me to. But see, like when you're at the SCM limit, look at how easy it is to just move the TVI around. So you don't really want to stay in the SCM speed limit. You want to stay at the boosted speed limit. But you don't have enough boost to do that, so here I'm gonna save my boost. Just a bit. Okay, I'm gonna start boosting now, just so I can cross into nav mode. And perfect. I had enough boost to fully boost through it. I have to run. Enjoy. Oh, thanks for coming, dude. I really appreciate you hanging out. I hope to see you later. Take it easy. You think they're trying to make people race in SCM mode? CIG, you mean? I don't think the intent is to... 07, thanks for coming. I don't think the intent is to permanently be in SCM mode. I think they misunderstood the effect of master modes on racing, to be honest. Because when they were mentioning it in the Star Citizen Live, and also some podcasts that they've done with Yogi and stuff like that, they were saying that they slowed down racing, which in reality it's actually the opposite. They made the ships blazingly fast, or at least they made some of the ship blazingly fast, so fast that some of them are really hard to keep under control. But obviously they're referring to the SCM modes, and I mean, it's tough to say, right? Because the SCM mode that they want is the standard operating mode of whichever ship you're using, right? So if it's a mining ship, if it's a salvaging ship, if it's a refueling ship, whatever, to use their features, you have to be in SCM mode. Now, a racing ship's primary function is speed, but you can't have speed in SCM mode. So how do you fix that? Well, I think the obvious answer is to do what they're doing now, which is just don't make racing ships with weapons. Because the issue that they were saying that racing ships can't be too fast because then people will use them as fighters is just, you know, don't give them weapons. Like, if you want to have a fighter variant of the M50, then go for it. But if the M50 is built as a racer, then why does it need weapons, right? You can have combat races, but then have combat races with fighters, you know? Just have the fighters race. I don't mind racing an arrow. I don't need a racing arrow variant. I can race an arrow if I strip it, and I can race an arrow in combat if I don't. Not even at max speed. Why did I stop? marker there telling me where I have to go afterwards. Purchasing things from Star Citizen, I mean, it is exactly what it says on the box, right? You're just pledging for the game. There's a lot of people who are willing to throw their money at a game. Just look at microtransactions in literally any game that you see, or loot boxes and stuff like that, you know, that people spend so much money on loot boxes and on microtransactions. I mean, people do what they want to do with their money. I'm not really gonna judge them. I think it's fair to argue that, you know, it's a game that's been in development for a long time, and its development cycle could have definitely been better. But I mean, I personally don't really spend money. I mean, I just bought my one pledge, then spent a bit on upgrades, maybe, yes. What they will with their own money. I'm not gonna judge them. Not gonna lie, I've spent a lot in this game. Got around 25 to 30 pledge ships. Damn, dude. And if you enjoy what you're getting out of them, then that's all that matters, you know? You're like, okay, it's not a finished game. Who knows when it will be, but if you're enjoying what you're getting out of the money that you spend, then that's all that matters. It's like when you pay a monthly subscription for, you know, like Netflix, but then you watch like one episode every year. Is that worth it? Probably not. But are you enjoying that one episode a year that you're watching? Yes, then maybe you're justifying that, you know. And you only live once, right? If you have the money and you want to spend it on something that you're gonna enjoy, then spend it. I mean, I'm not gonna judge for that. I have something for all Game Plus, so I can play whatever. That's absolutely fine. Me personally, because I'm so obsessed with racing, I feel like if I were to pledge on ships, I would only pledge on racing ship, and that's genuinely what I would do. The only things that I've spent money on, I bought the package with 315p, and I had one. Whoops, wrong button. I had won a Pulse from a race, and I upgraded it to the M50 just because I wanted to have a pledged racing ships in case they wipe or stuff like that. I would have a racing ship that I can immediately jump in on. But most of the stuff that I have in my hangar, I won through racing. So your starter package is the M50? Nice. I got the 315 because I loved how Origin looked. So I just wanted to say, you know, just get the Origin ship that allows me to do some cargo because it has more cargo than the others. So I said, you know, this is the one. It was an Aurora, but when I bought it, it was the only starter package. Oh, yeah, okay, fair enough. Yeah, I mean, I only started playing Star Citizen last year, so I have yet to reach my 1-year anniversary on Star Citizen, so... I think I pledged it in October or September. First upgrade they ever did, Aurora to M50, specifically for starter package. They actually made an upgrade from Aurora to M50 specifically. And running this track over and over again is kind of relaxing. That nav section just really allows you to just, you know, take a chill pill. But this section, I really need to see how I'm gonna get some speed on, because it's so easy to lose the egg effect. Oh, wait a second, I might just... No. Man, that last turn. Okay, but I got something cooking there, so... Whoops. Not allowed to do that. There were only like 5 ships on the website at the time, maybe 3 in game. Oh, so you're one of the early backers then. So you've been with Star Citizen since the beginning. 2014. Damn, dude. Full 10 years. What a ride you've been on, then, eh? I mean, I just came in when the game was starting to get better, from what I hear. And I completely missed out on the whole 318 catastrophe. Because I started playing... Oh, you came back at 317, so... So you were a part of the 318 catastrophe. Team was really bad, but I hold a different opinion. Okay. Wasn't CIG's fault? Well, the player basis, why? Because they wanted it out ASAP and they weren't giving CIG the chance to get it fixed. That's part of it. I mean, that's just classic game development, right? I mean, when you tell people that something's coming, they're like, okay, so give it to me now. I don't care what state it is. Just give it to me. And then they release it. It's broken. And they're like, oh, you released a broken patch. They had it in PTU and got flooded with shit bug reports. Ugh. To be fair, they tried doing something batshit crazy, in my opinion. People came back for the PTU update, show all their cool shit, then left. PTU was for bug reports and improvements. Yep. I mean, I would think even now the PTU is not really being used for bug reports. People are just using PTU because like, oh look, this is where the cargo update is, so... Alright, so I think we got more than enough runs with the M50. Let's give the Razor another shot. If you want to show all your cool shit, stay in life. Yep. No, I agree with you. Wow, you actually got stream elements to trigger follow. I hear streamers complain and it's like, then report some shit, honestly. I mean, to be honest, I think they do, just not on stream, because who would want to watch a streamer just file bug reports? Some do, not all. That I believe. I believe that for sure. No, hey, just looking at it realistically. No, I get you, dude. Don't worry. Not sensing any hate in your message.
Landing gear deployed.
Those test servers cost a lot of dollars. I mean, I'm not really gonna use the money card with CIG because I think they have the bank to do so.
Welcome to the ASOP.
But at the same time, you know, they have so many different teams and so many different departments that they do waste a lot, yeah, because their primary way to make money is oversell, like marketing wise, oversell their ships, so people will buy more ships. But then all their content and their features are really cool, but the the main underlying issue with Star Citizen is that the servers they have can't handle the game they're trying to make. So, but at the same time, you can't just stop development until their infrastructure team can find a solution, right? Because, okay, we think server meshing and the replication layer are the solutions. But until those work, you can't really stop the development of the game. So they're kind of in a limbo state right now where they have features that they want to push to the game, but the servers that the game is running on can't handle the features that they're doing. So the features are fine, they work, but the server can't keep up with it. So what do? Do I stop the development process until the infrastructure is working? Do I hire a bigger infrastructure team? What's crazy is if the servers they have can't handle it, there are no servers that can. Yes and no, because I think one of the issues, they use Amazon servers, I believe, which are some of the top servers in the world. There are only 2 servers that can handle the code for their server meshing. Yeah, I do think that they use Amazon servers, but I'm not fully versed in their infrastructure. But the server meshing on paper and the replication layer things on paper they work. But why they can't get it to work is a gigantic question mark to me, right? Because if internally they can have a build that runs it, what is stopping them from actually getting it to work on the live mod? Again, I'm not an infrastructure engineer. I mean, I work in system as a system analyst, fine, but I am not a top end infrastructure engineer, so
Your vehicle has been
I don't know
defaced, Mr.
what
Johnson.
the I've gathered info from computer guys far smarter than me. The thing that baffles me is that I don't understand what is possibly slowing them down. Because the underlying issue is the servers, right? It's not the features, it's not the bugs. Bugs are normal in game development. Hell, bugs are normal in a live game, right? You see so many games that just go live and they're so buggy. It might not be game-breaking buggy, it just might be like a hilarious bug. Like, haha, look what happened, this is hilarious. But the main issue is just, you know, desync problems, server instability. The AI just are dumb as bricks because there's just, you know, the servers can't really tell what the player is doing. All of those that are the biggest issues. Remember, no games, even AAA games, have tried to do what they're doing with PE and server meshing. Exactly, yeah. And I think, in a way, Star Citizen is way too ahead of its time in that regard. Because if you're trying to do something that no one's ever done, maybe no one's ever done it for a reason, right? Because maybe with the tech that we currently have, it can't be done. Because if it was ahead of its time 10 years ago, I mean, if it's still ahead of its time now, that's why I wanted to support it with money. Yeah, I mean, that's fair. And I honestly don't mind spending money on it because honestly, ever since I picked up Star Citizen, I have not been able to put it down. So to me, even though this is not a finished game, it's still a game that I can log into and I know that it's going to give me hours to do something. Like I am in a way blessed that my primary gameplay loop is racing, and racing doesn't need the game to work, right? It just needs this. If it allows me to log in, I can race. Yes, there are problems with desync that, you know, if you're gonna do the racing missions in the PU, desync means you can't, it won't register you going through the checkpoint, which is annoying. Desync could also mean that, you know, you're flying really close to the floor, and I think Staraholics Anonymous. Is this like Star Citizen addicts? So let's see the newfound skills from the M50, if we can actually translate these over the Razor. feel like they won't, but let's see. Interesting. Okay. I think there's gonna be a piece of debris here. Or did they remove it? They removed the debris. Cool. Will I have enough boost? No, I will not. Fast will it get the top speed? Fast enough. But now it is. We just keep hoping, right? That's it. We'll just keep enjoying what the game has to offer, and then we'll just keep hoping. I'm really excited to see what Sitcon's gonna have this year. Gotta finish up a quote, then I'll be on. Hell yeah. Great. I wanna compare the Razor with the M50 at the same time. Hey Sancho, what mission are you doing? I'm not really doing a mission. I am practicing a community-made track for... Brother! Darren, thank you so much for that sub, dude. I really, really appreciate that. Crazy, crazy man. Yeah, I'm not doing a mission. I am running a community-made track for an upcoming race that's gonna be held in September, called Scarlet Apex, hosted by Ansia Racing. And I'm just testing out different ships that I could possibly use during the race. It essentially uses the Miner's Lament track, but it only uses the first 7 checkpoint. And then it asks you to just jump to the closest asteroid belt. I'm a new Star Citizen player, been in 2 weeks. Nice. Welcome to the verse. How have you been enjoying it so far? Only 2 weeks? That's new as fuck. Yep. I mean, I was just saying a few minutes ago that I have yet to even hit my 1 year mark in this game. I think I pledged my first ship on September 19th, so just under a month away from my 1 year anniversary. You're gonna drag this man into sadistic loop known as racing? Whoops. We can try. I like it. I just wish I understood the mission progress a bit more. Yeah, I think that's one of the things that it's still behind, I guess. I mean, they're working on it, and I think in Sitcon they're gonna showcase some brand new things. Don't worry, no one understands the mission progress yet. Just out of curiosity, right? Because I am today's my first day that I'm streaming on Twitch and YouTube at the same time, so I'm seeing both chats running, and I'm not sure if you guys are seeing each other's chats or just hearing what I'm saying. Yeah, so I'm gonna crash here. I'm just gonna bail out. The thing about the can't see his YouTube message but relay through you. Fair enough. So at the moment, the missions are just run the mission, and then finishing it will unlock, or finishing a series of those missions will unlock a higher tiered version of those missions. And as it stands, all you're working towards is reputation, right? And high reputation means you get harder missions, which means you get bigger payouts. You can get potentially higher quality loot and stuff like that, but we currently don't have a system in place where you get, physical rewards, right? And I think that's the direction that they want to go for, is when you get to those higher tiered missions, you start getting eventually blueprints for crafting and stuff like that. But that is all things to come, right? So crafting has been marked as a feature for 4.0. So maybe within the next year, we might finally start getting into a direction where your day-to-day activity in the game will affect your long-term progression. 'Cause I do feel in a game like this, progression is kind of personal, right? But the game has to offer a chain that you have to follow, in my opinion. And I believe that the first things that they're gonna focus on to achieve that goal would be related to cargo, because I think cargo and commodities at some point or another will have to be related to the crafting system. Then you have obviously the mining and the salvaging, which are probably going to be huge factors towards the crafting system, obviously. Then it's combat, because, you know, combat always has to be a thing in a space game. Then I think they'll focus on FPS stuff. And racing is obviously going to be the last one to get any love. But thank God the community exists, because damn, they do an amazing job at making racing worth going for. Still would be nice if the game would offer you some things, show you that you're a dedicated racer, you know? So Dirk, you're gonna hit the track with me today? Oh, I overshot that badly. Holy crap. Covered it okay. Just writing up my code first? Alright. I mean, I got at least an hour left, so... So Dirk, are we feeling that this might not be such an exciting thing to watch for the duo class? 'Cause I think the duo is just going to be just a full-on race, right? No one's going to be shooting a single bullet. Duo class is going to be just a regular race for the most part, yeah. Yep. I think so. But I do want to see if missiles are going to play a part here. Only thing you might want to do is make sure you fit yourself with loads of missiles. You might be able to catch people in transition. Yeah. But at the same time, there will be some booms for sure. What do you mean, people crashing? Or people actually shooting each other? Crashing or getting shot, I think there will be some. I'm curious to see who's actually going to be taking part in the duo class. There's also not a lot of people signed up in duo. I wouldn't be surprised if Echo combines duo and turret. I personally think that makes more sense. You gotta defend my title. Am I taking your spot from last year? Last year you were racing with Sack, right? No, wait. No, Sack was in the Hammerhead. You were racing with Scuttles, right? Still remember his name. And you won, yep. You're against Billboy and Playing Fox, I believe, right? Or was it not Billboy? I think Playing Fox was there though, right? That's too late. Way too late. Okay. Sorry for the weird grunts. Bilbo, I'm playing Fox for a team and Gerbo with his Avengers Squadron combat friend. Yep, okay. Grant, right? There was a qualifier round 2 so that the top 3 were all qualified for the main race. Qualifier round, so that was the top 3 after... Oh, okay, I get you. Oh, alright, go. I don't think there's gonna be a qualifier for this one, right? Because there's a main track day listed, and then it's just... There was main track day, and then just the actual races. Again, qualifier. I guess not... People don't sign up to this as often, as much as they do for Crux Cup. Last year we had to do a 3-team race in the quali first, and we had to win that to compete in the championship race. Quite the difference. So the qualifier actually had the potential to actually knock you out. Damn. With Crux it was a little bit more lenient, I guess. It just says you just have to reach a minimum lap time, which in my opinion was a very generous lap time. I mean, I'm looking forward to it. I'm hoping I can redeem myself from Nino Cup. I'm feeling a lot more confident, I guess I would say, than I was for Nino. I was not in the right mindset for Nino Cup at all, but kind of my head's kind of back in the game now, so I'm hoping I can start translating that into my racing again. Okay. Oh, I went high. The inside Star Citizen of this week is gonna be around Pyro. Oh, the factions of Pyro. Cool. Tried doing something there, but quite get it to work. Am I safe from debris? Yes. Hmm. Oh, well. Yeah, okay. Wanted to see if a 45-degree angle would actually give me more speed for the TVI, but no. Tricording no longer exists, unfortunately. Oh. Let's see if they fixed the elevator here. They did. Nice. Sweet. You don't. What the fuck? Am I gonna die? I did not.
Welcome to the ASOP Vehicle Retrieval System.
That.
Your insurance claim has... Please visit us again.
What is something that we can test with? Shit out of here. Oh wow. Oh wait, okay. What else shall we test? Can you buy ship weapons from Grimhex? I don't believe you can, right? less juice. Try this.
Welcome to the ASOP Vehicle Retrieval System. Vehicle selected. Stand by. Your vehicle. Please visit us again.
I want to see if
You are clear to
they
launch.
fixed the track day thing for curious actually, did they fix the Miner's Lament jump point? They didn't. Still have to jump to Yella first? Wait, where is the point to Yella? Oh. That's weird. Do I have a... Oh yeah, what the hell? Can I jump to it? Oh. I don't know why you have to jump to Yella to make the jump to Miner's Lament, but then from Miner's Lament you can't jump to Vertex. It's so weird. I'm gonna make the lap in SCM just so I can... Crap, dude, what the fuck? So, alright, so... Timer doesn't work. Okay, so we have gate. Just gonna run it casually in SCM mode. Checkpoint 2 is just gonna be around this. Registering fine. Four, 5. Okay, that checkpoint doesn't exist, so this is 5. 6. Uh, 7. 8. Now where we have the X caterpillar problem. This is the part where I always crash on Miner's Lament. So she added that rule because some quirks with people potentially running into others and the markers make it impossible to select the track as a destination. Oh yeah, you mean the quantum jump rule? No, I get that. I was saying about, you know, in the game you can't actually quantum from Grim Hex to Miner's Lament. Just straight up doesn't let you. You have to jump to Yella first. Sunlight hurts my eyes. Huh? Okay. But does this start again? It doesn't. Oh, you have to enter the starting zone. Okay, so it still lets you run the lap. Oh wait, no, contract complete. There we go. New mission layout looks funky. I like it, to be honest, but I don't like this, right? So why do you give me an open track mission, but then it automatically abandons? I don't think this is intended like this, to be honest. Because when Elliot was speaking about it in, I forgot if it was an ISC or a Star Citizen Live, but he mentioned that the idea of these open track missions is that you can just, it's basically just the offline AC put into the PU, right? So you can just run lap after lap after lap after lap, and it just keeps timing your. This I love. I would love to have this in AC, just to be able to see the splits per checkpoint. This is something that I would love to have. This is one of the main reasons why I like to practice in the PU, because I actually like to see the splits between checkpoints. And I feel like if we can somehow figure a way to record this, we can actually have the positional timings happen per checkpoint, not per lap. Because one of the things that is kind of sad about, you know, the community-driven timings is that you only get a sense of the positions once the lap is finished, because you have to check lap count per and lap times. So the positional changes only happen when the guy crosses the finish line. So if there's a nice fight happening, you don't get to see that live positional change. You know, that, I don't know, as a viewer, I like seeing the position changes when that awesome overtake happens, right? But obviously there's limitations that we are just outsiders pressing a button on a software created by the community, whereas these are what we need. And I like how me casually doing this in SCM, I still got a platinum time. I dream of a better race tool implementation by CAG one day. I mean, Yogi had mentioned a lot of things that he would like to have in the racing operator mode. I personally don't know how the hell they're going to implement a racing operator mode to every ship. I know we can race every ship, but I'd rather have a racing UI on a racing helmet than a racing operating mode, right? Because you don't need an operating mode for racing in a ship. I mean, at most have components make an effect, but that way, you know, it allows you to customize your ship however you want, right? So like us racers will probably say, we just want to focus any kind of components that will make our engines better. That's what I want. I don't care about guns. I don't care about shields. Just make the engines go boom and the coolers go bzz, you know? I just don't want my ship to overheat. That's literally all we need to worry about is weight reduction, coolant, and engine power. Because I doubt we'll get to a point where we can alter the aerodynamics of our ship, right? And I honestly don't think we need to go down that boat. Just engine power, or if we can alter, if we can shift the power from our main engines to our maneuvering thrusters or stuff like that, that would be really cool. But that's like potential way down the line. I think at the moment, having a racing helmet that do this for us would be so much better. And I wonder, does this actually give you reputation? Doesn't look like it. I mean, it triggered something with Wildstar, but doesn't look like it moved my reputation. Anyways, are you getting on anytime soon? Feels like bloat. So you were doing some race testing yourself during the weekend, right? Did you find anything interesting that you may not have been expecting? Found out the Valkyrie has about as much tank as a wet noodle. Okay. So I'm assuming you weren't just doing race testing. Goes boom so easy, I won't be flying that one. Ah, okay, yeah, I see what you're saying. Okay, Valkyrie for the race, yeah, okay. Give me.
Landing pad assigned.
Is it? Oh.
Landing complete.
Hog. We're probably gonna fly the tally. Tally, which one? What's the tally? Why can't I? Where's my brain going? What's the tally? Oh, retaliator. Okay. I was just learning. We're practicing some simple chain, so I wasn't doing too much. Yeah, fair enough. I mean, that's what I've been doing tonight. I started off jumping into AC just so I can see the difference between the M50 and the Razor from live to 324, and holy crap, the difference is huge. And yeah, and then I just moved into simple chain.
Please visit us again.
Goodbye. See you later. What are your thoughts on the storage access being like this? Didn't know Grimhex let you have personal hangars. No, it's this is a so all hangars are like this now, but the personal hangar is persistent. So if I were to just, you know, bring the Razor out and just leave it in this hallway here, in my personal hangar, it will stay here. Whereas because I'm just a guest at Grimhex, all the hangars are like this now, right? With the elevators and stuff like that. But the personal hangar, which is at your home location, is persistent. So you can just decorate it, you can leave stuff around, and it will stay will stay that way. But this is basically like a can I have permission to use this while I'm here? And they're like, here, have it, you know? So if I leave something out and I leave, as soon as I call ATC, it will just wipe the hangar and give me a brand new one. But yeah, all hangars now work like this. So you will call them out from here. You will have the storage options from here and the freight elevator here. You'll have the kiosk here and then here. And each different hangar size. So for example, this is a small elevator, will have a maximum of 120 SCU. So the bigger the ship, the bigger the hangar. So love that there's like secret infinite space underneath the hangar, because no chance there's actually that much room between them. No, because the thing about them is now this hangar is not actually at Grimhex. As soon as you take your elevator to your hangar, it just grabs it, puts it in a box, and just yeets it out of the map. And now you're in your own instance. This is so nice. I'm assuming you're referring to the ship coming down and up. Yeah, it's a nice effect, but it also takes a long ass time for the ship to come up, right? So if I want to bring in the Razor, so if they wipe your hangar when you leave, what are they doing about the hangar decorations? All right, so the hangar decorations are only going to stay in your personal hangar, and your personal hangar is in the location that you set when you first log into the game after a patch or after a wipe, whatever. You know how it asks you, do you want to start at New Babbage, blah, blah, blah. That will be your personal hangar. That is your home location, and that is persistent. You can do whatever you want. But here, like Grimhex, like in a space station, in a Lagrange point, whatever, they are temporary hangars, but they're instance, right? So while you're in it, you're in your own instance. As soon as you leave, it gets wiped. So for example, if we can test it. So if I bring out the Fury, back to Area 18, for me, it's New Babbage for me. that New Babbage will always be my home. Plus, most of my favorite tracks are in New Babbage, are in Microtech in general. So you have Icebreaker at Euterpe, you have the New Babbage City Tour around New Babbage, there's Stargazer Pass, there's the Proximity Threat in Microtech. Do a lot of industry, fair enough. Icebreaker is Bay. I think that track and New Babbage City Tour are my two favorite tracks. By far. Salvage mining all Area 18. I actually enjoy mining around Microtech, because in Icebreaker Division race is my best memories of racing. Yeah, that was, I think, I had watched the VOD of the last year's race. It was really fun. Probably gonna get the largest hangar. Well, depends what your largest ship is, because you don't choose your hangar. It's based upon what the largest ship you own is. So if you own like an 890 Jump or a Reclaimer, Kraken, BMM, or... Yeah, okay, never mind. Yeah, you're gonna get the fucking largest hangar in the game for sure. No way in hell you're not gonna get the largest one. Alright, so let's say for the sake of argument, I'm just gonna leave the Fury here, right? Now I'm just gonna call up another ship and leave. It should just get rid of the Fury when I leave.
Welcome.
I decided I needed the ship to carry all my mining and racing ships to Pyro. Fair enough. All right, so what are we bringing? Can't wait for the Kraken. I can't wait for the 600i rework. I want that ship to become a cargo ship, man. I don't care what anyone says. I want the 600i to be a SL Racing team is gonna have the coolest Kraken in the verse. Hell yeah. I want the 600i to be a cargo ship. That's how it's written in the lore. It was a cargo ship. Why does it only have 40 SCU of storage and it's gigantic? Sucks. Nothing to do with it really right now. People will play with it, then get bored. I'm personally really excited about the Banu, but I really like alien ships. So, I mean, that's fair. See what I mean when I say it's a cool effect when you have this elevator doing all of this stuff, but look at how long it took me to just spawn one ship. Kraken will be our mobile racing base whenever it comes out, so we'll make good use of her. The little bit of previews they did on the BMM were beautiful. They were. I remember seeing the preview that they did in Sitcon. That was crazy awesome. I'm also really interested to see the Rylan. I believe it's the Rylan, right? It's the cargo ship by Gatak. So it's basically Big Siulen. The concept art of it looked really awesome. All right, so Fury over there. If we go out, so here it brought our instance back into the game. So let's go out and like make a quick jump to Yella.
Landing gear raised.
Thank you. Please visit again.
Because our instance is still there. Whoops, wrong button. Okay.
Activated. Quantum drive deactivated.
Now if we go back to Grimhex. Looks like the Fury is still there, so maybe they made it that when you log out, it wipes the hangar. So it's partially persistent, if that's the case. So if I call a new hangar, will it always give me the same location? Huh? Yeah, okay. Now the marker of the Fury is gone. So are you gonna give me a hangar or what? I think I broke the game. Aha. Spawned in my hangar and the Fury is still there. Interesting. Okay, so maybe they wipe the hangar when you log out, which is good. Because you can have that kind of temporary persistence going. So for example, like me, I can leave the Fury there for when I need it. If I need it. Yep, it's still there. That's pretty cool. Cool. Cool beans. What's down here?
Welcome to the ASOP Vehicle Retrieval System.
Just realized something. I have a C1 pledged. Why is it not here? Huh? And why is the M50 marked as
Goodbye.
unknown?
To the ASOP Vehicle Retrieval System.
So the Fury is on pad. The M50 is unknown. Interesting. So does it fuck up? If I have 2 ships out, can I not just send the elevator down with the M50 and I leave the Fury there? What's going on? I just brought in my Fury for a bit of servicing, man. What do you mean?
Well, please visit us again. Goodbye. Welcome to the ASOP Vehicle Retrieval System.
That is so weird.
Please visit us again.
Is there a button to send the elevator down? Wait, what is this? Oh, okay.
Welcome to the ASOP Vehicle Retrieval System.
Yeah, I guess.
Your insurance claim has been sent. Your insurance claim.
Weird.
Please visit us again.
What the heck? They keeping my C1 from me? Yep. I do have the C1 place. No, for real. Though I want my Zeus Gib, please. Yep. Soon, bro. Soon.
To the ASOP Vehicle Retrieval
Soon, bro. Soon. Seriously, though, but why is my C1 not here?
Your insurance claim has been sent.
What the heck?
Please visit us again. Goodbye.
There is a hauling mission. Where do you want them? Collect titanium from Seraphim and deliver it to August Dunlow. Shall we go see what the cargo hauling is gonna like, if it works? Gateway granted. What the f is going on, man?
Welcome to the ASOP Vehicle Retrieval System.
Huh?
Your insurance claim has been sent. Please visit us again.
I am visibly confused.
Welcome to the ASOP Vehicle Retrieval System.
I told you a C was a gateway drug, not even once.
Your insurance claim. Thank you. Please visit us again.
I don't have a multi-tool here. Nope, I do not. So I have a ship on the pad, right? What happens if I call up a new ship?
Vehicle Retrieval System. Your vehicle has been placed.
I was gonna send it down. What's gonna happen to the M50? It's crying. Man, that ship looks so sexy. Needs a skin, though. These people voting for the Fury that has like 30 skins. Still wasn't gonna beat the Reclaimer, and it's definitely not gonna beat the... Bye. What the fuck's going on, dude? Is it even gonna call up the Nomad? I guess I'll see you later. It's not even gonna call up the Nomad, is it?
Welcome to the ASOP Vehicle Retrieval System. Your vehicle has been delivered to the vault. Please visit us again.
Oh, it's coming. Managed to unbreak the game. There's the Jackal skin. There's my Gladiator prize. Right, the door is back here. Okay, so
You are clear to launch.
we are clear to launch.
Your journey begins now. All systems operational.
You know what? Gonna accept the contract before it disappears.
Launch complete.
Crap. Once again, we have to jump to Yella first. Disgusting.
Please visit again.
Gonna crash into an asteroid?
Quantum travel complete. Landing gear retracted. Quantum travel engaged.
Alright, so we're gonna need to go buy a tractor beam real quick though. Huh?
Quantum travel complete. Quantum travel engaged.
It's really cool that in the PTU in AC you get 10 million rec. I think that's pretty cool. You get to test whatever ship you want. Don't recall having 10 million rec the last time I had logged into the PTU. Not sure if this is a recent thing. I like the UI updates they made for 324. I like the fact that they made the markers smaller. I feel like in 323 everything just takes so much space.
Landing gear engaged.
Where's the freight elevator? Why can't I move the camera? Oh, the freight elevator is right there. Sweet. Cool. Like the UI updates. Excuse you. Oh man. Wanted to just jump out. So, I need to go buy myself a couple of tractor beams. BRB. I could technically use the one on the Nomad, but... Can I just go straight? No. Well, let's see if the mission's gonna work, because every single time that I saw someone doing these missions, they never worked. So, and the first time that I logged into the PTU to try the mission, it didn't even let me take the boxes out of the... I'm exhausted from work, don't even want to hop in right now. No problem, dude. Is the payout pretty good from these missions? Not in the beginning. Like, this one for 11 SCU is gonna pay 13.7k. That's actually not half bad, to be completely honest. I think they actually increased the payouts from these things. But the first mission is just... That's pretty decent. Yeah, I think they buffed it up. I think it used to be... it used to be like 4k for the first one. So, let me see. So, let's get this one. Oh, you need a battery for it now? sufficient space. Oh, can I just... What? How do I buy in bulk now? Oh, okay. So, did I buy the tractor beam for myself? I did not. So they trolling you? Yeah, I just have to get used to the new inventory system, honestly, because in my personal opinion, I like how it is right now, where it triggers the old inventory. I think the old inventory, even though it was gimmicky, was better than the idea that they had with the whole drawer thing. I'm not sure if you remember what it was like on the inventory kiosks before, but now when you open it, it brings up the old inventory UI, which is really good for me because I can just, you know, drag it like this and I'm done. Whereas before you'd had to like grab it from the local inventory to the drawer, submit it, it pulls out the drawer, then you interact with the drawer, and then it brings up the UI. Then you can move things around, and if you want to unequip something, you have to bring down the drawer, interact with it, put the stuff in, and then it goes into your inventory. Whereas like that is just drag and drop. Prefer it. Okay, so enough rambling. Let's go back to our hangar. I need some water. And to answer your question about the higher level missions, I can't really say because I haven't really done the higher level missions. So does the battery actually deplete after a while? I'm very curious. So first you gotta send down the elevator. Now we should have a mission filter here. Complete missions. There they are. These are the locations. And I can just move everything to the elevator and bring it up. Let's bring the hangar. Okay. And I now bring down the car. If I bring down the car. There we go. Much slower. So sluggish to move things around. How did I grab the one at the back? Oh, the laser's higher than the crosshair. Okay, that's weird. Holy crap, this thing is so slow to move things around. I can imagine it being sort of relaxing, but I also don't imagine doing this in a C2 alone. And I think a lot of people are gonna complain about that. I think I actually saw a video this weekend about somebody just trying to time how long it takes to fill up a C2 with these missions. Or actually, I don't even think it was a mission. I think it was trading. And it was like it takes way too long, and if you try to auto load, you'll lose money. Which, fair enough. I think auto loading shouldn't really be used for profits. It should just be used for time. Yeah, you gotta do everything by hand now. But this is why I asked you about the piracy thing, right? Because before, how long does autoload take? I think it depends on the SCU size. I'm not sure, and I think you can only autoload from cities. So basically, you can only autoload if you're buying the commodity. I don't think you can autoload the contracted stuff. So when you buy from the commodity, you have the option to autoload it into your. When you buy it, it autoloads it into a ship that you have stored. Gonna start pimping myself out as a loader in stations. Yep, and I genuinely think that's the point. I think CIG wants to make it a point that people, you know, are just like, hey, I'm just chilling at the station. If you need help loading your ship, I'm here. I think this is something that CIG wants to do, but the player base doesn't get. Is that everybody wants to play the game solo. This is the mindset that everybody has these days. It's not just Star Citizen players, but everybody just wants to play solo. And in my opinion, there should be things that you can do solo, but there are things that should be built for group play, right? So I personally don't think it should be profitable to just, I wouldn't say profitable, I guess. Let's just say it should not be easy to just do cargo running in a C2 solo, right? It should take you forever because the C2 is not meant to be a single. It was not meant to be crewed by a single person. The C2 is meant to... It's actually not even meant to be a cargo ship. It's supposed to be a vehicle transport, but ignore that. It's meant to be a multi-crew ship. So you would normally have 3 to 5 people. So it would not take as long with 3 to 5 people. But they're like, oh, it takes me forever to load my C2. Then just don't use a C2. Too many people buying huge-ass ships and won't have any crew for it. Exactly. Like, I don't care about the big ships. I mean, if Sangus Luna's gonna have a Kraken, hell yeah, I wanna go on it and have a good time. I don't wanna own one though. What's owning one gonna do? I'm not gonna be able to just randomly grab a crew and just, you know, do my thing. I'd rather have somebody who has the Kraken, who potentially even has a crew, and I can just join the crew whenever they might need it. I am mostly a solo player just because of the messed up times that I am available to be online. I would love to be able to do multi-crew stuff. I love the idea. So yeah, I was gonna say, but then I got sidetracked for a change. Gotta stay up to 6 AM with the SL crew whenever that's happening. Yep. Yeah, I mean, all the org nights and stuff like that, I mean, they're all between 2 and 4 AM in my time, and I would love to do something with the org, but at those hours, it's gotta, I have to be off the next day or something, but, you know, I work Monday to Friday, so it's tough to join these kind of things. Yeah, one thing that I wanna test, because you have to auto load all of this thing. Piracy before was just the case of find somebody's ship, either pay ransom or I'll blow you up kind of thing, right? Or board their ship, kill them, or do whatever. Have another cargo ship somewhere in the verse, and then take the stolen ship to your ship, transfer the goodies into your ship, and then go sell it. But because the selling part is now not based off of the cargo on your ship, but based on the cargo in the local inventory. Can I just walk in with somebody else's ship inside the hangar, drop all the loot or all the cargo from their ship into my local inventory, and then sell it from there? That is something I would very much like to test. You'll need an EU crew for your non-racing endeavors. I do. Ah, crap. I completely forgot that I have to face the butt. Oh, wait. No, that's personnel. No, I gotta face the butt. Piracy has been apparently fairly lucrative recently. It's just long hang times waiting for a target as usual. Yeah, but I think with these changes coming in, it can be fun. You will not get as much profits as you used to, because if you're gonna, most people are going to be doing the hauling missions, right? I don't think people are gonna be doing I don't think they're gonna be trading as much. Most people will be doing hauling. Can I please lift off? Am I stuck? Okay. Uh-huh. Turn off the engines, get out. I can link you up with some of our EU contacts if you want. I think we have an EU Pyrotorg or something we're buddy-buddy with. Yeah, I mean, we can talk about it if you want, and I'll see what they can do. A little jelly of your medium? What do you mean by that, dude? Oops. Okay, we can at least detach them. Couldn't do that before. My hangar is way too big. Yeah, I can imagine having the extra large hangars means that you have to cross an entire an entire city block before you can get to the exit. Yeah, I mean, that's kind of what I've been saying just a few minutes ago, actually. Like, I don't really care for the big ships because I don't have the crew that I can just, you know, call in and say, hey, listen, I'm doing this. Just get on and let's do this thing, you know? So there's absolutely no reason for me to own a big ship. I'd rather have a friend that has one, and when they need to do something and I'm on, we can just do that. Owning it does absolutely nothing for me. And I really don't mind doing... Whoops. Hey, relax. And if I get to a point, like if I'm gonna do hauling missions, and I get to a point where all the big bucks are like gigantic 32 SU boxes, then I'll just either do it slowly or I just won't do the big ones, right? I'm not gonna be a full-time cargo hauler. I got enough friends with big ships, I'll just bug them. Yeah, exactly. I mean... That's the idea of having a community, right? Or even, you know, when you're an org and you just pool money and just say, okay, we're just gonna own this capital ship for the org to use. That's why you're there, you know? You don't need everybody to own an Idris. You just need to... Everybody gives their 2 cents, pool together the money to make an Idris, to buy an Idris, and then you have an Idris for the whole crew. Lower the elevator. And these are for the contracts. Let's see, transferring to warehouse. No errors. And contract complete. Wow, holy crap, it worked. So now, because we completed that, we should now get a contract that does the opposite, right? So we should get a hauling mission. Solar small, interstellar. So interstellar is... from Everest Harbor to Pirate Gateway, right? So interstellar means you need to do a long jump. From ArcCorp to Seraphim, from ArcCorp to Seraphim, okay. Direct planetary, okay, but this means the ArcCorp mining area on Yela. Okay, yeah, so planetary is within the system, and solar, I think it's from Ambitious Dream to Seraphim. So Crusaders L1 Lagrange point. How smooth is it right now? About to get off work and go home to test. Many spikes or errors today. Today, personally, I have had 0 issues. I don't want to jinx it, but I've been on for about, what, 2 hours? I've been on for almost 3 hours, and I've had 0 issues. No lag spikes, no server disconnects. The missions have been working. So far, so good. I don't want to jinx it. I probably just did, but so far, so good. What the fuck? How many missions did you just give me? So I'm trying to understand. So the solar is from Seraphim Station to Crew L4. Direct solar. Direct interstellar is just complete opposite side of the area. Planetary. Okay, so you have to go down into the planet and from one of the areas. Okay. Okay, so solar is from a station to a station. Interstellar is you gotta make a big jump. And planetary, you go down to a planet and take it out. Oh, this is planetary though. From yeah, because you have to land at the planet. From Seraphim to August Dunlow, Seraphim to August Dunlow, Seraphim to August Dunlow. Is there anything that needs to go to Seraphim? Yeah, but that's a lot of Lagrange points. Aha, here we go. Planetary medium cargo. 50 SCU to Seraphim Station and 53 SCU to Seraphim. So here we need the 100 plus SCU, right? So if we pick this one up, this is 14.5k for 100 SCU, 103 SCU. Is that worth it? Max size will be 8 SCU. So that'll be about... Have you pulled any cargo from an outpost today? Those elevators have been busted as recently as yesterday for me. To be honest, I haven't. I can go check though. I haven't really been doing a lot of the cargo stuff, I'll be completely honest. My main gameplay loop is racing, so I've been checking out the changes to the ship, to the flight model between 323 and 324. But we can easily go check out an outpost. So let's see. I think there was an interstellar one. Everest Harbor, no. Solar planetary, here we go. So ArcCorp mining area to that, okay. 157, yeah, we can pick this one up. I tried racing, but I can't figure out how to make money doing it. Well, I think the short answer, I'm off for tonight. Have a good night. Thanks so much for coming by, dude. I really appreciate you, dude. Thank you so much. The short and sweet of making money with racing, if you want to do it officially by CIG, you would just find a track that you are confident with doing, practice it until you can get a platinum time. I don't know why I did that. It's the platinum time. It might not be the fastest time on the track, but it's the fastest time that you need, right? It's the bare minimum speed that you need to get the platinum finish. Get confident in running laps over and over again without crashing. And then just run lap after lap after lap after lap after lap. If you can consistently finish the lap with a platinum time, you will rank up a few 100Ks per hour. It depends on which track, right? So if you pick up Lorville, I believe, is just like a 6 or 7K reward. But then like Yedar Valley, I think it's about a 12K reward per lap. And a lap can be as short as 50 seconds. So you can get like 12K for 50 seconds. Then you do that for an hour if you can withstand running Yedar Valley over and over for an hour. But you can make quite a decent amount of money doing that. The alternate way to make money in racing is join the community events, because generally the podium winners sometimes get an AOEC prize. And if you don't get an AOEC prize, you get you can get pledges. I mean, racing has a lot of really rewarding benefits. I'm bad that I was just paying the fee every time and losing money. Yeah, that's the downside to it, is that if you crash, you lose the entry fee. 12K for Yedar, so they increased the payouts in 324, it seems. No, I think it's always been like that, no? I think the payout for Yedar Valley was about 11.7, I think was the exact number. I think something like that. I can check it out real quick if you want. Let's see, racing mission payouts. I'm pretty sure somebody wrote the exact numbers. Maybe I misremembered, but I thought it was only 7K or something. I think 7K was the bonus of the platinum, right? But remember that when you get the platinum finish, you get the money for the platinum, the gold, the silver, and the bronze, and the entry fee. So the global eventual reward will be the 11K or 12K, whatever it is. Okay, so there we go. Can confirm. Yeah, the community events will definitely pay money. So, for example, last week there was the summer festival that is hosted by Omega Aerospace, and their podium prizes was like 8 million AUEC for first, 5 million or 4 million for second, and 2 million for third. You know, it's so you can make a very large chunk of money just by practicing racing. All right, so Yadar Valley, the entry fee is 4,200, and then you can get plus 2,800, plus 2,100, plus 1,400, plus 700. So let's calculate that real quick. Sorry, this is all, you know, not Star Citizen, but let's do it. So you have the 4,200 entry fee, which we're gonna ignore because you will get that back. And then you will get the 700 for the bronze finish, 1,400 for the gold, for the silver finish, 2,100 for the gold finish, and 2,800 for that. So yep, okay, so then plus the 4,200 entry fee, so that's where the 11.2 came from. So yeah, you will make 7,000 profits because the 4,200 was the entry fee, so we ignore that. So yeah, you're right, Soap. Okay, that makes sense. Thank you for elaborating. Do you know if the Razer EX has the same stats for racing as the base Razer? I can't find any difference in the stats on Aircool. Yes, at the moment, the Razer EX and the base Razer are identical in performance, both in terms of straight line speed and maneuvering. The LX should, but I think it's not working right now in 324. But the LX should have a faster straight line speed, but slightly less maneuvering. Where would you go to see those minute differences? Well, I got mine from Star Citizen Tools Racing. I can post it in the chat for you if you want. So from there, there's the racing part in the wiki essentially. And if you scroll down, you get to see the different times that you need and the rewards you're gonna get from the from those times for each track. All right, so you wanted to see the outposts, so let's go check those out. And if you're actually interested to check for sorry, English is completely broken. If you're interested in learning racing, I would highly recommend joining the XGR Discord and joining the racing classes there. Alternatively, if you want to support me a bit, if you subscribe to my channel, I currently have 2 videos out, and I have a series in the works that will hopefully be ready soon, where I'm gonna essentially come up with I'm working on a series of racing guides for new players, just to help bridge that gap for people who want to, you know, who are interested in racing and would like to get into it, but don't know the resources or can't find the resources that they need. I'm hoping that I can have that channel where anything that you need to get into racing will be right there. And then I want to use these streams to, 1, integrate with the community, and 2, maybe one day I'll start hosting a couple of casual races on the stream. That's the idea. Thank you, sir. No problem, dude. Always happy to help. Yeah, and today is also the first day that I'm streaming to both Twitch and YouTube at the same time, because I figured if I want to focus on YouTube, it doesn't hurt to stream to it too. Oh well. When you make those videos, can you give some recommendations for ships used for racing that aren't specifically branded as racing ships, but will still perform, or maybe even are racing sleepers? Yeah, that's probably one of the videos that I wanted to do was just highlighting the different styles of racing, you know. So you have like the dedicated racing ships like the M50, the Razor, the 350R, stuff like that. But then there are also like community favorites that, you know, something like the Cutter or the Aurora. The racing community really loves those ships, right? So you'll see a lot of races that will sport the Aurora and the Cutter, potentially the Sulin. But then there are also those ships that are very that are good for new players to try, that will get them accustomed to the flight model. Like in 323 at the moment, I would say is the Gladius, but I've heard the Gladius does not handle as well in 324. I have yet to test the Gladius. The Cutter like a comedy race? It's more like a heavy race than a comedy race. I mean, people just like the look of the Cutter, and it flies really nicely. So just people like using it because it's just, you know, a thick piece of machinery. And ooh, damn, that's the frame rate that I did not want to experience. Okay. Out of here. So yeah, I mean, the Cutter is just a nice little ship to fly when you want to fly something chunky, you know? Okay, what is this frame rate? What? Do I still have this? Yeah, I still have it. Damn, dude. Rookie rank. Correct planetary smart cargo. So send it down. So, what is this? The elevator coming? Oh, it is. I forgot to bring this thing down. Oh, okay. Oh, sweet. Coming back up has been the issue. I like that it just used the bigger sized box. So this frame rate is fucking terrible, but so far it's seems like it's working. I can even get them off the grid, no problem. Can I stack these two together here? Yes, I can. Excellent. I can just stack that on top. Back it up and go. Yeah, I don't know why this frame rate is like this, though. This is terrible. That's everything, right? That's everything. Yep. Holy crap. Go. Let's go. Can I just jump straight to Seraphim? I can. Sweet. test. Yeah, it's just the frame rate, honestly, that was the issue there. But everything seems to be working fine so far. Slowly, slowly, they're getting there. YouTube stream and in the Nomad, great choices. Yep. Well, for some reason, the game is not giving me my C1. So thankfully, it was still registering the Nomad. So I decided I wanted to see what these hauling missions were like. Because honestly, I only tried hauling missions in the beginning when the PTU first came to Wave 1. But they were broken as shit and I couldn't get a single one to work. So I stopped trying. And I was just doing shenanigans around. I was just looking at the changes to the hangars and stuff like that. And just a bit of race testing. But today I decided I was gonna do race testing, but I wanted to try out the hauling things as well, just to see if they were fixed. Is your C1 pledge or UEC? It's pledged. So I should have it. I have all the ships, including the latest pledge that I have, so I don't know why the C1 isn't here. I've loved the Nomad so far and the hauling missions because it's it's easy, you know. It's the exposed cargo grid means that you can just shove them in and get out of there. Honestly, before this patch, I was really tempted to just melt the Nomad because looks-wise, I don't like it. I'll be completely honest. I don't think the Nomad looks that great. Just, I don't know, it looks weird. I know a lot of people love it. I'm not one of those people. But, you know, you can't deny that it's super effective. I mean, this room is kind of cute, right? But the look of the ship just throws me off. I even just use the ship tractor beam, super convenient since it's from the pilot seat. Yeah, that's true. But considering I still have to come down just to send it back, I figure I might as well go down, you know? And I have a bit more control. Nope. Nope. Don't break anything. Get over there. Okay, send it down, and let's see if it works. So we have the 4 SU of aluminium ore, and then 4, 5, 6, 7 of titanium. That should give us the completed mission for the rookie rank planetary thingies, which should give us 16k. That was actually not half bad. Contract complete. That works as well. I even just used... yeah, okay. Alright, so that was 2 successful hauling missions with 0 hiccups. I'm impressed. Granted, I have not done the big ones yet, but so far, I'm impressed. It's working. Now, one thing I want to test while I'm still on, because I think I'm going to head off really, really soon. Earlier, I had left my Fury in a hangar on Grimhex. I left it out. Then I left. And since I've been calling ATC in several places since, I'm curious if my Fury persisted because I haven't logged off yet. So I want to go back to Grimhex and see if my Fury is still there. Because I know that these temporary hangars are not persistent. But I want to see if they wipe on relog or if they wipe on calling ATC somewhere else. That's selling. Yalla, let's go. The Fury should be gone, but good test to see. Yeah, because before I had left the Fury out and I went to do a couple of laps with the Razor, and when I came back, the Fury was still there. So now I want to see if having called ATC from a different location, if it still keeps the hangar at Grimhex, or if it just wiped it because I called ATC somewhere else. That's Spider Summon, that's Grimhex. My understanding was that that as soon as you leave the hangar, the instance gets wiped. But it could be that when you call ATC somewhere else, it gets wiped. Or when you log off, so we're about to find out. If the Fury will still be here, then clearly the hangars get wiped when you log out. Which might be a problem. You don't want to have a session where you just spawn shit in all the different locations and then so give me a hangar. Come on. Alright, so it gave me a small hangar. I don't think the Fury is going to be here, so it probably wipes when you call ATC somewhere else. Yeah, okay. I left the Fury in the drone repair area, so... Yeah, it's not here anymore, so... Alright. So yeah, so it wipes when you call ATC somewhere else. Good test. And in fact, it was very weird because before, when I had left the Fury out, when I came back here to store the Razor, yeah, see, look at this. I can't even store the Nomad. It just says unknown location. It's just what? Why? I think I broke my hangar at Grimhex by doing that. Like I can't store it. Thanks for the stream and testing. I'm out. Catch you next time. Thanks for coming by. I hope to see you again soon. Hope you have a fantastic day or evening.
To the ASOP vehicle retrieval system.
Really appreciate you coming by. Alright, well, screw that. Okay, so the last thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go check out what the Gladius has changed, because I remember Kalistar saying that the Gladius is completely different in 324, so I want to see how bad it is. Offline, classic race. Let's take it to the classic Yadar Valley, why not? Acceleration still looks the same. Let's see about navigation. Move rings. It's fine. Feels fine to me. I knew I was too high there. Oh, hello. Interesting. I don't know, man. This still feels fine to me. This TVI is insanely responsive. It's insane, actually. I might go as far and say this is actually better than 323. Try and push a lap. Ah. Ah! What have I done? If I can get this below a minute, then I would say it's still pretty good. Look at that! Holy hell, dude. Haven't done this below a minute. I still think it's a pretty good ship for beginners to try out. Let's try it in a full Atmo track. Flying icebreaker, let's go. Slow as shit. Aw, I didn't manage to do the thing that I wanted to do. Try doing something. Alright, so. Try rolling. Yeah, rolling is fine. Yeah, this is fine. Fine. No issues with this, to be honest. It's just slow. Then again, it's not a racing ship, so it doesn't need to be super fast. It's not even an interceptor, so speed is not what this thing is built for. Yeah, I don't see much issues with the Gladius, to be honest. You know what I want to try? The Herald. I've heard it has been deleted. I must try it. Jesus Christ, this fucking thruster is huge. Those wings are so tiny. can I do this? Okay. Fuck it. Just pretend you're running the track. I don't need the time. Pitch off badly. Is it seriously capping out at 300? Is it really that slow that it caps out at 300? In nav mode. Bruh. Okay. Yeah, I think Herald is kind of in a sad state. But I think I am also gonna leave it there because I've been going for 3.5 hours now and I need to go to sleep because I should be working tomorrow. So we're just gonna take a chill pill there. Oh, look at that fucking chat. Holy crap. Should I fix this chat? Yeah. Anyways. Thank you guys so much for sticking around. I'm sorry if this stream started dragging into boring things, but I was just testing things. So yeah, appreciate you guys for stopping by. I will be back on Thursday. I'll probably be doing not the exact same thing, but I'll be testing some more racing stuff and hopefully practicing with the team. Whoever's gonna be around. So yeah, I'll catch you guys on Thursday. Thank you so much for stopping by. I'll catch you on the next one. Peace. See you in 07s.